What's up guys, Idamak here, and I'm going to show you today everything you need to know about Axie Infinity Origins and how you can start playing right now. Let's go. So, first off, what you need to do is head over to axieinfinity.com and open up this link right here. It says join us. It'll take you to this page. What you need to do is, if you don't have the Mavis Hub downloaded already, you gotta download it. What it is this little hub right here. Everything that Sky Mavis puts out is gonna be in here. So every single project that you want to be in is gonna start right here. You gotta go to Axie Infinity Origin, click download or update, and well, if you have downloaded it already, then just click play. And that will lead us to the next part of this video, which is everything you need to know about runes, charms, well, the cards, everything you need to know. Okay, so you just loaded up Axie Infinity Origins, and this is where you come up. This is the main page. So first off, the Axies, they look different. What happened? There's a different art. All the Axies have different kind of looks. It's all upgrading. So what do we do here? Where do we go? How do we start playing? Well, that's where you go right here to this button over here. You have adventure and you have arena. So the first off, you want to go to adventure. This is the new adventure that you're gonna find. What you need to do here is start off, you're gonna go through a quick tutorial. It'll show you everything you need to do and learn throughout this whole adventure in itself. And you're not just gonna get some shards and stuff to upgrade and get your charms and runes. No. You're gonna get free Axies, free starter Axies. When you get to the end, you'll have them all, and they are those right here. I'm gonna put them right here. There's gonna be Oleg, one of them. There's gonna be Booba. There's a lot, and all of them have different abilities. And well, since you started already an adventure, let's click on this right here. Let's see what this is. So there's something called foraging timer. This is your Axies are going to be foraging as long as they go on an adventure. They're going to get different kinds of well, crafting materials like moon shards. They're going to get experience that you can level up so you can start upgrading. So you hit collect. You're going to get that right there. It's going to be perfect, and then the timer starts again. So they're going to start foraging again. And when the timer stops, you need to collect them so you can come back and upgrade your Axies. What happens after with that? So you go to your inventory. This is where you get your moon shards. This is crafting material to craft actual charms and runes, which we're going to get into right now. What are the charms and runes? Let's go see that. Okay, so this is where our adventure starts getting very interesting. You know, Axies had ears and eyes and they probably didn't even do much. Now they do. So, for example, Clover, it has an effect. Blossom, it has an effect as well. Well, Zigzag, Cactus, Hut, but they're all cards that existed before, but the effects are different now. For example, Hutbutt, it shuffles 3 burns into opponent's discard pile. You are literally shuffling 3 unusable cards into your opponent's deck. So that's just one of the different effects that are coming here in Origin. But what I want to show you here is this. Each card has 1 charm slot. Charms enhance an Axie's ability. So, well, first of all, thank you so much for Axie Tech for setting this up, and it's very intuitive. You can look it up yourself after this video. I'm going to try to explain it as best as I can, but each card can be used, can be attached with 1 charm. And see this number over here? Each Axie has a set amount of points. If the Axie is completely pure, it will have up to 15 points, and that means if you use a charm that has a number 3 on it, it means that if your Axie has 15 possible points, you will be reducing 3 out of that. So you'll have 12 left for your next charms. Each card can be attached with 1 charm, and they have different like upgrades that you can get to your Axie. So not only that, there's a rune. There are actual runes in this game, but there's only 1 rune that can be attached to 1 Axie, not the card, the Axie itself. And those runes will be changed throughout each of the seasons. Some of them will be seasonal, some of them will not, and some of them will actually be NFTs that you can trade in the marketplace. So, knowing that, you have different amount of runes, different amount of charms, the possibilities are endless. Even if your Axie wasn't even that good on classic Axie before, now you can use it in Origin, and you can attach runes and charms so it can get even better. So let's head up to this part. So how to play. This will be something different because the whole interface is changed, and I'm not going to show you here. I'm going to show you actually inside the game. Let's go. Alright, so we're inside the game. This is how Axie Infinity looks right now. Look, over here, we have our different set of cards. We'll go about what's going on in the back with the cards, but I want to show you first what happens overall here. So, on this side, you're going to see like this little pod over here. What is that? That's the banish pile. Those are cards that you have discarded and will not come back. Those are banished from the game. And right here, you're going to see a little roulette that has a number 11 on it. It's the amount of cards that you have left in your deck. Over here, there's a different one. This card actually shows you the discard pile, your discard pile. And over here, this little, not so little pot over here is the energy, your energy pile. It tells you how much energy you have left. Above, the names of each of the players, turn right here, and you can also check what your opponent has right now. Energies right here, the cards that are coming up, the discard pile, and also the banish pile. You can check that actually. If you click on it, you can check the cards that are coming, the actual discard pile, and how many banished cards the opponent has. So this, I'm gonna let you look at this a little bit more. So you have this right here. You have your Axies. They're battling different Axies. So on this side, we can actually see this front laner is a free Axie, and the opponent has 2 more Axies that he actually bought himself or has from the scholarship. What this means is that you can actually play, if you only have 1 or 2 Axies, you can play for free, gain your free Axies, your starter Axies, and use them to create your team. So this is kind of like the gameplay, yes, but I'm going to show you what you really want to see. You want to see what happens with the cards. What do they do? What's going to happen? What changed? And what the heck is banish? And all those new effects. So let's go ahead and let's go into that. So for this part, we're going to be using a website called Axie.tech. They have every single card up, and we're gonna try to like scroll through them so you can see the different kind of effects out there. But the best way to do this is doing it yourself. Look at the Axies that you have and how the cards have changed, how the effects have switched up. So, for example, let's go over here and let's go for aquatic. Let's search all the aqua cards and see how they kind of changed. So there's the double anemones. It's practically the same. It does damage, it heals your Axie, but now it heals you when you draw that card. So as we saw before, the gameplay is not it doesn't, both players need to play 1 by 1. It's turn based, so you go first and then the other player like responds to what you did. So it's kind of different on that side to classic Axie. So on this side, the anemones, each time you draw that card, you will heal your Axie for 20 HP. There's different cards, for example, Baby. This is not a card that that existed before in the classic version. This is an I card. It has a 2 cost. So on Origins, you start off with 3 energies on each turn. It does not flow into the next turn if you don't use an energy. You have to use them all if you want. And the cards that you draw, every single one of them gets discarded unless you attach a charm that makes you retain a card. And I'll show you what retain means right now. So Babylonia is another different kind of card. You can see it does damage. It has 1 cost. Blue Moon, Bubble Maker. So this is a Nier card, and there's a different effects here. What is Bubble? So when you play this card, your target ally gains 2 bubble. each bubble reduces 5 damage from an attack. So it'll stack up to 3 times, and it'll turn into a bubble bomb upon reaching the 3 stacks. This bubble bomb will actually deal damage in an area to every single Axie that's on the enemy team. You have a catfish, you have all those written cards that you really know. It has, for example, there's a secret here. This is different. What secret does is, what it means is that it's a card that you can attach to an ally, and your enemy will not know that it's there. It's kind of like a trap card. If you ever played Yu-Gi-Oh before, it's like a trap card. So when your enemy attacks, you say, you know what? You activated my trap card, you activated my secret. And this is what happens. It negates the next attack on a targeted ally. So it switches up the mechanics. It has different kind of gameplay. I really love how it's going. And there's also Jinx, for example. It's unplayable. Your furthest Axie takes 15 damage. It's different. So initial, it's another mechanic. If you start off your turn with this card, you will have a certain effect. For example, on this card is you draw 1 card on Goldfish. So on Jellytuckle, if initial, you restore 15 HP. So it's different. It kind of switches up how you need to play. You gotta think about everything you gotta do inside every single one of these cards, and it's different. There's a skill card that's not, it doesn't shield you, it doesn't have any shields, it doesn't have any attacks. It's like a, well, let's go again. If you play Yu-Gi-Oh, it's kind of like a magic card. It's kind of like a spell card. So you have kind of spell cards, kind of trap cards. It's all like flowing up very, very good. You have Koi right here. It changes up a bit. It's 120 damage. It's the 2-cost card, and it deals 15 bonus damage per aquatic ally. So triple aquas, they're pretty tough. And Nemo's here. You gain 1 energy and then you banish. Here, what is banish? You remove the card from your deck until the end of battle. You will not be able to gain this card again, except for any possible effects that might come up with an Axie with a card that you can actually retain a card from the banish pile. You can get it back, but it doesn't work like that if you don't have that card. So, Ethereal. When your turn ends, if the card is still in your hand, you gotta banish it. Banished cards are removed from your deck until the end of battle. Again, Ethereal is a different kind of effect that you will probably see more in this kind of games. So, and here, there's Perch. This card is kind of like a target card. It deals 4 hits and it prioritizes the target with the lowest HP. So, you can kind of get a lot of different comps from this. What's Bleed? Bleed's, whenever the target uses a card, it loses 15 HP. But there's a difference between Bleed and Poison. Because yes, it'll lose 15 HP. Whenever the target uses a card, it'll lose 15 HP. But for example, let's show up a card that has Poison in it. Okay, so here. Let's try to compare this to Poison right now. Poison changed, and you can stack it up like it used to, but it won't damage the Axie on every turn. No, it'll damage the Axie at the beginning of that turn. For example, it says right here, Poison. At the start of this turn, the target loses 3 HP per stack, and stacks are reduced by 1 max, max 30 stacks. So at the beginning of each turn, that's when it'll deal the damage. And there's a lot of cards here that are, usable on this side using Poison. There's actually Rosa, one of the plant cards that you were used before. This is a very good card that was a 0 cost on actual V2, but on Origin it costs 1, and you can apply 2 poison 6 times to random targets. So as you see, there are different kinds of ways that you can play Axie Infinity Origin. You can start theory crafting, doing everything that you want. You got free Axies, you got an adventure mode that you can forge items, you can craft some runes that we're gonna see right now, but there's a whole new world of stuff that you can go into. And talking about runes and charms, let's head into that to see a little bit more in depth what you can do with them. Let's go. Alright, so we're back here again. there's this button over here that's called Craft. Let's click on it. Right here, you will be able to see how many moon shards you have available to craft and how many, well, you want to craft. For example, if you want to go up and craft 10 runes, 10 charms here, and this is, for example, this is a certain rune. It's a basic kind of rune. This is an intermediate rune. It's random. It can be a rune or charm. It can be rare, epic, and mystic, or well, any of those three. But if you go over here on basic, you will create a random common rune or charm. So let's head over here and let's use up 5. So it takes up 500 moon shards that you gain through actually playing the game, going through adventure, foraging items with your Axies, playing in arenas. That's how you gain this. So let's go ahead and craft this. Let's see. So we got crafting experience. We got Charm of Vitality 1. This is you can enhance any card, and this Axie's max HP is increased by 5. So you can see every single one of them has a different kind of abilities in itself. This enhances a non-multi-hit attack card plus 2 damage on that. But you go, there's a Charm of Focus, Charm of Endurance. There are a bunch of different charms, and you gotta look through them, because when you start getting all these charms, you will really see what Origin is about. So you will be able to pretty much just create a completely new Axie out of attaching these charms to it, and it'll buff your Axie to levels that you never really thought before. So you click OK, you get this over here, and you unlock actual crafting levels. So let's go up and craft some intermediate charms or runes. The price goes up. Remember here, it's 100 for a basic one, but now it's 1,000. Let's craft 3 of them. And yeah, let's go. Let's see what we get. So I see we got some runes here, but for now we got some crafting experience. We got the Beast Talisman of Vitality 4. It enhances any card, and it gains 20 HP on max health for that Axie. That's really good. You got a Thick Shield. That's a rune. It gains 10 bonus shields from cards. What that means is you can attach this rune to one Axie, and that Axie will gain 10 bonus shields from any of the cards that he plays. So now there's a pure skill. Healing and shield card gains 15% class bonus, and this class bonus is increase attack, heal, or shield of this card if used by an Axie of the same class. So that's how you know that you can still use your Axies. If you have a pure Axie, it'll be perfect. You can actually kind of just use these charms and runes to get them even better at it. And this Moon Dust is reduced from common rate. Okay, increase rare, epic, and mystic rate when crafting. So you can pretty much use this to try to kind of get better possibilities of getting better runes or charms on this side. So that's basically on that side. But how do you attach these runes and charms? You head over to Axie, and let's say you want to attach some runes and charms to this one. You've got every single card that your Axie has to play here. So let's go over to the first one. Here. You click on plus, and now you've got neutral and aquatic charms. So here, you're gonna, well, sit down, go through that, and see what you can want to do. So you can enhance any card and add retain. What this means is, for example, if I have, I don't know, if I have Risky Fish, and I want to keep that card, even if my turn ends, then I gotta use this over here. So if this card has this charm on it, there's a mystic charm, then you will retain that card even if the turn ends. Well, you can just go ahead and try to get different charms. Epic charms, all teammates get in one bubble. This is perfect. You've used up 8 actually, so the potential points, they are reduced. For example, on the beginning, this is a pure Axie, so it has 15 potential points. when you start using this runes and charms, they start going down. So you've used up 8 actual potential points, you have 7 left. So you can still try to go about. Maybe you can put this up here, and you can put this over here, and now you have only 1. So you can maybe go up to neutral. If you want, you can use 1 extra. But see, now one of the cards is, well, left out. It does not have charms. That's where you really have to sit down and, well, think about it. Do I want this card with the charm? Do I want it without it? What can I change from the charms I already have to try to get everything with 1 charm? But that depends on the gameplay you want to pick and how you want to go with your team. So you click on OK. So you put your charms on your Axie, but you want to go ahead and, well, use your runes now. You got aquatic runes and neutral runes. Every single one of them does something different. For example, this mystic rune, it increases all Axies max HP by 75. So imagine all of 3 of your Axies have something like this. They'll be really beefy kind of aquatic Axies, because this is an aquatic rune. You've got also some neutral runes that you can pick from. So for example, let's say I want to use this. It'll attach to this Axie, and whenever I play with this Axie, every single one of these cards will have their charms attached and this rune attached as well. But okay, this is how the inventory looks and how your teams look as well. Different kind of teams. But alright, yeah, we've seen this, but we know we want to play. We know we want to go into arena. We know we want to play and grind up. What is different here? You see this right here? It says Hair 1. So that's the rank I am right now. And if you want to check your last games, you gotta go in here. But this is the rank I am right now. But it changes. So as soon as you go up, there's different kind of rankings and how you earn points for winning, and you lose some points as well for each game that you lose. But let's get into that right now, because there are different ranks in Axie Infinity, and we'll show them right now. Alright, so you want to play. There are 3 different kind of ways that you can play in arena. The first is the practice mode, where you can head up, put your team up, and try it out. You will not earn points, you will not lose points. It's a way that you can actually just try out your team and see how it goes, if it works or not for you. But obviously there is ranked mode and tournament mode, which is well, there's no tournaments right now, but in the future we will have in-client tournaments for Origin. But what we want to see here is ranked. Obviously the ranked battle system has changed. And how did it change? See, now everyone will start off right now an egg. Then you have chick, hare, boar, wolf, bear, tiger, dragon, and what everyone wants, challenger. Obviously there are different tiers inside each one. You can see you can be egg 1, egg 2, egg 3, egg 4, and then you'll jump over to chick, hare, boar. There's a different way of ranking. I don't know, maybe you've played League of Legends and something like that. You go from silver, gold, plat to diamond, all the way up to challenger as well. But so how does it work? You win 2 stars every time you win a game. Obviously, if you draw, you don't earn anything, but if you lose 1 star. And you can actually gain extra stars if you have a win streak. If over 3 or more victories, you will earn a win streak and start gaining even more stars to try to rank up. So once you start using this, something that's really important is the stamina. So this is like the energy that you had before on V2. But how does it work here? So the stamina is capped at 60. Like the 60 energies that you already have, max on the classic version of Axie. But how does it work? It's 0.5 times the number of starter Axies plus 3 times number of personal Axies. So the starter Axies are the ones you gain for free through playing the game, the adventure mode, and the number of personal Axies are the ones you actually purchase from the marketplace or you gain from your scholarship program. So that's the way that you will well, see how much stamina you will get to play with. Obviously, every game you play with stamina is games that you will actually earn SLP with. Right now, there's no way to earn SLP because it's still in alpha mode, but soon there will be earnings in this game. So not only will you be playing this game and ranking up and doing everything you can, but you will also be earning something on the side as well that will help you throughout this journey. So we've seen this, but we all know where we want to go here. Let's end this video with a huge gameplay and show you everything that you want to see inside the actual game. Let's go. Alright, so what I showed you before was gameplay from a replay, but this is an actual game. Let's go. Let's start off with Goldfish. Let's you draw a card if you use it first. Let's use Balloon after, and let's try to re-roll these cards, see what we can get here. Let's get this over here, perfect, and let's use Goldfish again just for some extra damage. As you can see, we got paired up against a bot. That happens sometimes if there are less people playing at that time. But if not, they'll obviously pair you up against an actual player. But I just want to show you. I don't want to actually try hard in the game. You use Telescope here. You can actually gain one card. You can draw one card from your deck. Let's gain Shoal Star. Let's get Shoal Star over here. Shoal Star actually kills if the target has no more than 120 HP. So let's try to get him low. Let's use this and this. That's way more than enough. Okay. So this is how this. You gotta. Oh, enemies. Okay. Here you have a draw pile. You can check what cards you're gonna have on the next turn, basically. And this is your discard pile. When you see every single card that you already discarded, this every single card you get every single turn, you get 5 cards and 3 energies. So let's see. Your team gains 1 bubble. We can use this to kind of protect our team. Yeah, let's use this again. And see, it has Bubble Bomb. The next attack makes Bubble Bomb explode and deal 20 damage to all enemies. So let's do that. And see, extra damage to every single enemy. And we gotta hit the end turn here. Obviously, we got our banish pile. Every single banish card comes over here. And our energy pot over here as well. Tells you how much energy you have left. And let's see what we get. Let's use Goldfish, gain 1 extra card, see what we get there. And I think this is enough. We can probably use Koi here. Perfect. Alright, so now it's a 3v1. And your opponent, you can see what your opponent has right now. It has actually 11 cards left in their deck. You can see the amount of discarded cards and the amount of banished cards as well. So let's see what we can do here. Let's try to finish this up over here. Get some damage. This applies bleed. Let's show you what bleed does. So here, the target loses 15 HP when playing a card. So this is the only action the opponent has left. It's perfect because any card that the opponent plays here means that they'll lose 15 HP on each card played. So let's see how that goes. Oh, yeah, okay, so there are revenge cards, sorry. The revenge cards are actually cards that, for example, if this Axie died, and I had some cards from this Axie in my hand, that would turn into revenge cards, which actually just deals a certain amount of damage or shield, but it's not from the Axie itself. Let's just end this over here with this, and let's use a Koi. That's right. Alright, so win easy against bots, but I wanted to show you kind of like how it was to play in game. You go back, and well, you'd see what you get. You get for some experience to level up, and some moon shards for crafting more items. See, I'm in War 4 now, and rank 23k. I gotta grind a little bit more, and alright, man. You got the stamina right here. You can see how the energies have been used, but thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, any doubts, you can leave them in the comments. You can well, follow me on Twitter at @itsedumock, and I'll be on Twitch as well on @edumock. So anything you want to know, anything you want to see answered in a following video or on Twitter, you can tag me over there and I'll make sure to help you out. So hope you liked the video, and I'll see you on the next one.